In this episode, I will update you with the works done on the main level. Stick around. Hi, and welcome back to a new episode. I've recently started working on the yards on the main level. You've seen this point before, which is on the siding for the DMU at the station. I've started working on that, and I've laid some cork and temporarily put down some track to see what it will look like, and I started doing this. Let me explain. So, starting from here, the track will come down here and it will find this turnout, which will eventually lead to here. I'm not sure about stopping it here. I might bend it around here and go down this side of the layout. I want to use this bit of track here if I go all the way there. So the next point, when the train comes in facing this way, it can go down that line and then reverse back into this siding here, which will be around here, and it can unhook its coaches, wagons, whatever there, while the train, the locomotive, goes in down here, this point here, which will lead to this refueling station here, up to here. So these two tracks will be a refueling station. I plan to build some form of boundary wall here, and but those are the cosmetic stuff which I will be doing later. Anyway, this other track here will lead down here into this curved point. I'm not sure about this one either yet. These are all ideas in my mind. I've drawn them all on any rail. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and see it. I say, yeah, that's a good idea. Other times I look at it, nah, it's not good. So I'm not 100% decided yet. But the idea is for the outer track to go all the way around here, and when I clear all this rubbish here, there will be a container yard here on this bit here. And the other side of the curved point will lead to this small yard here where I plan to do some shunting work on this part here on the main level. I look forward to this because I want to do some automation with a class 4 and a class 8 coming in here automatically and hooking and unhooking wagons and moving them about and all that. Anyway, it'll be a nice challenge that for me and I will enjoy it. I'm sure it will make a good video. Anyway, this is the plan so far. I have reached the stage, just waiting for some points to arrive. Unfortunately, what I found were these 4 points for here. These are old bad points here. I'm gonna focus. Yeah, these are old broken points from my previous layout. So I just use them for size and for fitment purposes. And when these 4 points arrive, I will be able to finish off this part here until the to the end of the refueling station, and I'll be able to wire it all up, fit in the servos, and I will be able to make this part functioning. And then I will run some trains, hopefully. Okay, until then. Okay, I received the points today after a week, and I've used them where I explained before. Let me recap. This is the main point that will take the train off the main line onto this like utility area, this one will be, this point here will be to allow the trains to reverse here and then hook whatever they're towing so they can come into fueling. This will be the line that goes to the yard, and these two, sorry, this point will go to these two, which will be the sidings for the refueling station. This is it for today. I'm tired, and tomorrow I will start wiring the points and configuring the midnight train and whatnot. I also got another DR404 for these four. In fact, it's going to be for these four, and I'll be installing that one as well. So until then. Okay, I started working on my points. I stuck my servo underneath here, and in this particular case I still have the rod extra long sticking out of the board. I need to trim this, but before I do that I wanted to show you how I set up my points with the servos. Obviously I installed them underneath, but before I secured them completely, I connect my servo to one of these boxes. You can find these are servo testers. You can find these on eBay, anything between 99p to about $3 for one, or a pack of 5, whichever. I feed the supply from a excuse me, from a LiPo battery. This is something I have here. I use regularly because I drive remote control cars, and this is a step down from, in this case, 7.5 to 5 volts, which is all the servos need. So if you have a 5-volt power supply, by all means you can feed it direct, but this is if you're going to use this, then you understand all this. Anyway, you need a 5-volt supply. So this has 3 modes. When you switch it on, you are in manual mode, which is this. I can control and throw the turnout from left to right. In reality, I'm changing the direction of the servo. So at the moment I threw it, it is on straight, yes. Now if I change the mode, well, there you are, it centers the servo. And before I start fixing it permanently, I set the servo to center. So I put the servo in this mode, and when I insert the mount, including the rod, from underneath through the hole in the servo arm here, I do my best to center the rails in the middle here. Obviously it isn't always perfection. Here, as you can see, look, there's a bit of play here, but it's close enough. I mean, from what I've learned so far with my 40 odd points here, that will do very well. And so that's mode 2, and mode 3 is it automatically switches from left to right to test it out. And as you can see, it is closing completely on the left and right here when thrown. So in my opinion, that will do a very good job. If you press again, you go back to manual mode here. So I thought I'd share this with you to show you how I do it. Maybe it would interest somebody. Anyway, on to the next part. It has been months since I last filmed. I have supply issues. To start off with, my Z21 stopped working last September, and this is end of January, almost February, the following year, and I still have not received them back from Rocco. No rush. Anyway, during this period I did quite some work. As you can see, I painted the whole baseboard, and I kept painting the tracks as well, giving them the dirty, weathered look. I like it. I'm happy with it. I still have some more to do. I'm not completely finished with that. I have also built my refueling station. That was a scratch build. No major build there, but it's a first, and I'm quite pleased with it. I can put up a link to my blog, and you can see this. There's a few steps on how I made it. And I built a lot more than this area here. Let me pick up the camera and take you around. As I had shown you before, the points are ready. These are actually working and wired. The track is powered in this area. But then I kept on going here and I built this yard. This yard is not wired because, well, I haven't put in the point motors yet because I ran out of the rod that goes from the servo horn through the board to move the fork left and right. I'm out of that. I can't find it locally for some reason, but whatever. Anyway, I ordered some, it's on the way. And to add insult to injury now, there is the problem with Royal Mail. Royal Mail are not posting anything overseas. Their system has been hacked or whatever. But anyway, so again, more delays. And besides that yard there, I have also, wait a minute, here I have to still fix the track here, it's not glued. Use the board here so I can eventually cut it because this is a lift up section. And I have another small yard here. This will be, well, either wagons or even locomotives here, which keeps going onto the last part, which is the garage area. So the idea is this: these two sidings here, where these two are, will be the garage. I wish to build my own garage and have some automation with the door. It's a thing I have for garage doors. I'm going to try to do it and engage. Anyway, these two sidings here will just be a space where other locomotives will be parked while waiting their turn to be serviced. Okay, and the last one down here is just a reversing siding, so the locomotive can come here and drive over the pit over here for inspection. There will be like an open shed here, no walls, just protection from the rain and sun. And eventually, because again, I ran out of insulated joiners, so most of this track here is not glued down. Before I have insulated joiners here, and most of the points, I can't glue anything down. So again, this area is waiting. Otherwise, I would have painted it and weathered it, but I have to wait for that. And obviously, it's not wired as well. So this is what I've been up to. Here, I did this part here. I am still without my Z21, but since then, I got an Arduino, which is there. And I am running some trains on the Arduino, but no automation because that Arduino is not compatible with those. So it just powers the tracks and there's no current sensing. So the tracks are just powered. So I have to manually drive them. But it's better than nothing at the moment. So for now, I'll put some trains running around for a few minutes and give you a mini running session. I hope you like, guys. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And I would appreciate if you like and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.